Hi, it's been a while since I've been back on the air, and some of you might wonder what has happened to me, and I just wanted to share with you um, a little bit of background as to what has happened to me within the past year and why I'm at the monastery. About a year ago, around July a year ago, I had this episode and they classified it as a possible stroke then, but knowing now, it was possibly more like a seizure. I started having issues not being able to balance myself, and then it evolved into me seeking help with a shaman, and it was confirmed that I had spiritual hauntings, or that I have in Hmong we call them demon, but because in Hmong don't really have a term for demons or angels, we only have tlang, and tlang refers to ghosts and demons. So they say I have Kwan or Tlan, that's what they say I have, but I thought I have that, and so I went to see a shaman, and but there, and she tried to initiate me into becoming a shaman, but it didn't work out for me. I don't get the rattle and the shake like shamans do, but eventually that led into me starting to hear voices, and the voices are very, very clear, but in the beginning it was confusing, it was scary. The challenge I had then was that some voices came very, very scary, like if you don't do this, then something bad's gonna happen to you, and be able to overcome that fear. Now keep in mind that in all my life I've never experienced this. I've never experienced any of these. So after a while, I called my sister. I went to my brother, I went to my uncles, and they all told me I was crazy. Some even challenged me to tell the truth. And the truth is that I really did hear the voices in my head. I still do. So I called my sister, and something in my head tells me that I need to be on hollow ground. I need to be in a holy place. I was in a relationship with a really sweet man that I lived with for 9 years. But at that point, it became so out of hand, out of control, that I was driving him nuts too. And he didn't know how to handle me, and I didn't know how to handle myself. So I just left. I made arrangement with my sister to contact a local temple in Arizona. So I left, and I went to the temple. And when I got to the temple, a lot of things happened, but one of the things that helped me the most was being, doing the chant, because the monks, they chant twice a day. They chant in the morning, like 6:30, and then 5 o'clock at night. So doing the chant, as I sit down and just close my eyes and just let the chants carry me, like I feel like all the negativity drain out of me. And I'm able to focus, and during the day I'm able to walk around and just the voice is still there, but at least I'm in a closed area where I feel safe, and they become more focused on what I need to do. All my life, it's not just now, all my life I'm always looking for home. Always looking, even I dream looking for home. I'm always on the streets looking for home, or I'm always on my way home. And so I needed a place that I can call home, a place that I can sit down and just really be myself and be accepted for myself. It has been a real challenge being able to go from having a regular job, having all these goals, all these plans in my life, suddenly being interrupted and just put on hold, go to a temple, sit down, and just be protected by the monk, the temple, and everything that surrounds me. So my typical day, when I first came here, I stay here full time. My typical day would be I would get up in the morning at 5 in the morning, and I would go sit in the chant, because I don't know how to chant. I just sit in there, I just absorb all the chant. I have learned, how to chant since then, but back then I couldn't tell her pig from a cow in that language. And the abbot, he took me in, and he taught me how to do the meditation walk. And I have my challenges because you walk slow, you buto, but then as the kid in me starts to wake up, it's like buto, buto, do, 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 do. The only thing that I have not been able to do is chant. Even though I know the chants, I'm so shy when it comes to my voice, and I have not chant in front of the monks yet, but I am learning. And then one of the monks teach me more meditation, but more like theory, and also sleep meditation, sit down meditation, and how to set my mind so that I can just focus on yin yang. Like you take your step, you step, and then you walk. Okay. I don't have a clue what the third one does, because all he does is screw up my head, bring me food, I'm hungry, oh yeah, come see me. And every time I leave, come back, that's all the words I hear in my head. So I haven't figured out what he wants yet. And then the other monk, he's very quiet. I always feel him like at the back of my head, where he just like stand guard and just watches me wherever I go, like a quiet stalker. But like, if you're like me and you start hearing voices like I do, and if you're at the point where you need to seek professional help or medical help, meaning a qualified psychiatrist or go to mental health, then if that's right for you, then do that. I don't want to deter you from doing that if that's what you need to do. You need to be able to understand what's happening to you. If you hear voices, I know that we live in a society where if you hear voices, you're instantly called crazy. And if that happens, yeah, it is crazy, because normal people don't hear voices in their head. So yes, that's true in a way, but there are many others who do hear voices, and they don't want to share because for whatever personal reasons they have, because humans don't have that kind of ability. So if you happen to be enchanted and you don't know what to do, the most important thing is for you to be able to control yourself so that you can tell the difference between what's real and what's not. So for example, if the voice tells you go jump over a cliff, you know that that's dangerous, right? And also, don't ignore it too, okay? I was told in the beginning to just ignore it, because I did go to a shaman when I first started, and when I heard the voices, I was told just ignore it. The point is that you cannot ignore it. It's hard to ignore them. When it's coming at you like a speaker and you hear it 24/7, it's really, really hard to ignore. So if you have these voices, don't ignore it. My point is, if you are experiencing spiritual hauntings or voices or issues, you're not alone, okay? I'm just here to share my experience with you, and so that to let you know that I'm going through this too, and I'm still new, I'm still dealing with it. You do what's best for you. Don't all run to the monastery like I do and try to find help, and if that's you, then that's you, but you're the only one who has answers. So I want to caution you that just because you have hauntings, don't everybody run to the temple and try to get help, because they're going to get mad at me. So it's only if you're unique, you're special, that they can help you, or if the hauntings that you have suits the situation. So in this case, I still continue on my journey, but I'm doing much better, and I just want to let you know what's happening to me, and I will update you as we go. So if you see me out there, say hello. I hope that you will think of me, hold me in your prayers. If you happen to be at a temple, burn a candle for me and pray that I will find myself. I think I'm finding myself, but I'm not there yet. So I'm working on it. And I will share more experience with you on my next video. So until then, I think of all of you. I've missed my show. I've been away for a long time. And I hope that you will follow me, continue to follow me as I continue my episode. And if you're having a bad day, think of me and you will realize that, you know, you had it good. So.